Hey everybody, welcome back to the warbossfitz channel. Last week we did the Saurian part of the Broken Truth box. This week we are going to be doing the Robot Legion parts of the Broken Truth box. We're going to get these painted up, hopefully get them done today for a game tomorrow, put on the channel for you guys to see. So in the back here, these are all of the colors we're going to be using today. We're going to start off with a dry brush of white, grim black, mummified grime, broadsword silver, Vallejo metallic for that extra shiny bit, data system glow, burnished red, occultist cloak, verdigris, and true copper. So first thing we got to do is we are going to take the whites and we are going to dry brush everything. So now we've got everything dry brushed. Next, we are going to start in our process of doing everything from the inside out. And on these Robot Legions, like the deeper parts of the model, all the regular body bits are going to be done with mummified grime. So we're going to get in there and we're going to see all that stuff there, legs and chest and stuff. But then when it comes to the back hump, the shoulders, and the face, those are going to be bronze. So we're going to do what we did last time. We're going to show you on one model and then do all the colors. I'm going to do the whole army at once today. So there's going to be different models I'm going to show you as we go along. So we're going to get our mummified grime here. Ta-da. And then also we're going to put a few little drops of flow aid into the speed paint just to help it along. All right, so that is the base coat for the body. Now we just got to do that. Now I just got to do that like 60 more times. We'll be back. So there we are with the mummified grime. That is all complete. You can see here that did all the underbody suits to the mechanized parts. Next, we are going to go for burnished red. This is going to be on all the parts that we are going to be doing copper later. So it's going to be like the head, the shoulder pieces, and for these, it's going to be the tips of the tail. So let's hop right on into that. All right, there we go. This is mainly going to be just an undercoat for the copper. This will help it pop a little bit more. So now we're going to do this on all the rest of the models. So now with that step completed, our burnished red is down, and you can see where all the copper is going to go on these here. Like we got the shields, helmets, the back pieces. These guys are going to get one elbow pad, are going to be copper. Let's see here, the leaders are going to have a whole bunch of copper, and then the walkers and stuff and the little dudes down there, they're going to have a whole ton of copper. So that's going to be the next step. We are going to be using true copper from Army Painted War Paints, and we're also going to switch out the brush for a flatter brush here, so we can do a little bit of kind of dry brushing slash hitting the highlights and stuff. like that. Now we just got to do it a whole bunch more times. So there's all the copper done. We got some nice shininess on them. That burnished red really kind of helps for a bottom layer to the copper. Because if you try to put copper right over the white and the gray, it kind of comes out streaky and just not so good looking. But this, we get a nice copper. Next, we are going to be using Grim Black. We're going to be using that on the weapons and the cabling and all kinds of fun stuff. And it's just that easy. All the weapons are going to start off with a black coat like this, and then after that we'll build up on the silvers. Alright, all the black has been done on the weapons. So our next step is going to be to do the cloaks, and for that we're going to be using Occultist Cloak. It's kind of a dark, well here, blackish blue-gray. So let's see how that turns out. Alright, now we just got to go through with that color. So there is all of the cloaks completed. Now we are going to go take a step back here on the snakes, and as you can see, I didn't paint all of their bodies because I'm going to do a pallid bone on the skin sections that are left. So let's go ahead and fire that up again here, pallid bone. There we go. We just gotta let that dry up. Ta-da! All right, snakes are hanging out over there. Now we're going to be doing the metallic part of the weapons here, like our blades, and this one, like the jetpack here. And for that, we are going to be using broadsword silver. Alright, it's just that easy. Now we gotta do the rest of them. Alright, so now we are at this point. Everything's kind of looking drab and dreary, but we are now going to take some Vallejo Game Color Metallic Silver, which is just really, really silver, and we're going to give all of the weapons a dry brush. Like this. Well, it's kind of a wet brush, but enough to just give them kind of streaky finish. And we'll do some more with that in a minute. Like that. So again, got to do that to everybody. Alright, now that we have our weapons, they have been kind of brightened up a little bit. Our next step is we are going to go through with just some white paint, and we're going to touch up, we're going to do some glowy bits. We'll say that. So we're going to do like eye pieces, and then we're going to do like other little glowy bits on there. And we might as well start with this big guy here. So what we're going to do is, like for his eye, we are going to Just be doing like the inner part of the eye. Like that. And then we're going to be picking out spots here, there, and everywhere that we want to have it with a glowy effect across the whole army. So we'll be back after I do a whole lot of plucking here. All right, we got some glowy bits going on. We got some eyes and some gems here that are going to be glowing, and then our secondary weapons here, we got some glow spots on that. So what we are going to use now is called Data System Glow to give stuff the glowy effect. And we're going to do here, we're going to start off with the faces on these little guys. So these little things are mostly going to be copper, but we get a little pop of color when we put this in there. Just a little pop. There we go. We just get that little pop of color in there just to break up that big copper mass. So we're just going to go through and we're going to hit all those. And so there we have it. These guys are done. Well, except for the bases. And for the bases, I'm going to be doing to them what I did here to the Saurian Star Host. Just doing a nice little texture base and then just painting it up like some contrasting dirt there. So these guys, other than bases, are going to be done, and the bases, they actually take quite a while for me to do over the drying time and stuff. So we're not going to put that in the video. You guys are going to be able to see these guys fighting these guys pretty soon in a video coming up. So until then, hopefully this gives you an idea of what to do for a color scheme. I like the copper. I really did not want to do these guys a silver color like other people do their robot legions, because, you know, silver's just not fun. It's not fun as a single color. So yeah, so that'll do it for me here on today's painting video. I hope you guys take a little bit away from this, some ideas, some different ways to use things, and hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are, and make sure to keep your brushes wet. See you next time. Bye bye.